Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 93. We're currently playing as Kaiser Wilhelm II of the Holy Roman Empire, and he is the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm I, who himself was the son of Kaiser Ulrich III, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original character. Why is the Count of Kempten not beholden to us? Let me see about this. Retract vassalage, Kempten. Is that a thing? No, apparently that will be a breach of the feudal contract. We can just do a claim on Kempten. I'm not interested in it at the moment. We've got good votes going on. We've got High Crown Authority in Sweden, so we can swap that over to primogeniture when we'd like to, with a little bit of bribery. But, well, we don't need to do it yet, and also it would create a huge... Well, it would further exacerbate the huge penalty that we're getting from changing some elective monarchy laws in other places. But I promised you a war today. I did promise a war. A big war. And now my men are in a position for this big war. I will take, or put a claim in, on the Duchy of Croatia. That will come to me in 10 days. Wonderful. In addition, I will put a claim on the Duchy of Bosnia. 7 days. Penultimately, I will put a claim on the Duchy of Slavonia. Once the Pope already hates us this much, why stop there? Excellent. And then, last but definitely not least, we will put a claim on the Duchy of Jerusalem. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. So now we, personally, have a lot of claims. Some of them are places that we really don't care about. But Croatia, Bosnia, Slavonia, Jerusalem. Who are you allied with, my friend? You're at war with somebody? Oh. You're having a minor rebellion? Oh no, he's involved on the side of Aquitaine in something. Okay, so his allies, me, the King of Bohemia, who he can't do anything with, the King of Aquitaine, who likes me more, the Pope, and the King of Norway, and some other people who don't matter. Well, my dear kinsman, so what this will do, one, it will cost us 50 prestige off the bat. Not a problem. If we win this war, we will get the duchies of Croatia, Bosnia, Slavonia, and Jerusalem. Done. Excuse me, a bit of a hiccup there. So we move our troops in as fast as possible. We know he's going to respond in force. We know he has force to respond to. And you know what? We'll start moving this army down towards our capital, just to be sure. Because he is a big... this is probably one of the bigger guys that we've declared war on. And in a big war that he would like to fight, and not for some shitty little province. So... oh yeah, and we have a trade post in Constantinople, so that's under siege by the Varangian Guard at this stage, as you'd kind of expect. Not concerned. Just, you know, really. This is a big force here for Otto III for the Holy Roman Empire. 23%. 23% there. 34% for independence. That's an issue. But it will go away with time. I mean, understandably, if we lose all our dudes, we're fucked. But we are not going to lose all of our dudes. We got this. Okay, we do have a slight issue with Sweden. Being that now more people are voting for this guy. Now see, that doesn't make sense to me because this guy, like if he gets Sweden, he gets all of goddamn Sweden, and he's not actually a vassal of mine. Fortunately, he will probably die before me. So we just have to avoid dying ourselves, I guess. Okay, we lost that little siege in Constantinople, which we, honestly, I forgot about it, and I didn't care. They may besiege Demetrius here. If they do, it's just something that will keep them busy for a while. Looks like the Italians are having more revolts. Yeah, 4 revolts. One is a crown authority one, and the rest of them are dudes' claims. This guy has lost his crown. Like, there's no way that he can actually stand up against that. So now we play the waiting game for a little bit. I'm not going to flat out attack places if I can help it. And I may not be able to help it. I get a little bit antsy sometimes, as I'm sure most of you know. By now anyway, you really should. Now you upgrade the jousting lists in Passau. And if it really comes down to it, we can raise up these armies. I'm not planning on doing it, but it's an option. I think we just got a title. Yep, we are now known as the Great. It's better than being the Fat. Is my son's wife pregnant yet? No, apparently not. No, that's me. This is the wife. There we go. Get pregnant. If she's not pregnant by the time she's 35 or something, we might have to get her killed. Just saying. Get her killed and just give him a 16-year-old. Like, oh, sorry about the tragic loss of your wife. Here's, you know, barely legal Greek schoolgirls number 12 or something. I don't know. Yes, we're going to single-handedly kickstart the German pornography industry in this game. Somehow. Stop it, you lunatic. Literally, lunatic. An imbecilic lunatic. I mean, good work, dude. We can call in Aquitaine. Well, we can't actually call him in. He wouldn't agree to turn up, but that means that the Aquitanian War is over. So now the Byzantines are only at war with me. So theoretically they could bring their entire force to bear. Theoretically. She's complaining about her stuff. I'll be merciful. She's only a child. It's probably cruel and unusual punishment to have a child be part of the entertainment troupe that we're forming in the dungeon. So yeah, when we get these duchies, we'll give some of them or one of them or more to our heir, and that will stop him from being unlanded, which is important. The other thing that I was looking at is we would take Kempton from Count Giselbert here, and be all like, well, you know, basically it would just give our son that and, you know, have a vassal. There is a 7,500 man army coming up from the Byzantines. No idea exactly where they're going. If they're trying to get it back into Byzantine territory, we can intercept them with one of these guys. If they're trying to, you know, hit my capital, I can hit them with the army coming down from the north. So it's a good thing that we started to move that army down, even though they're going to take a little bit of time getting here. If we were a Viking, we'd raise up some boats and sail them down the damned river, but we can't do that because we're not a Viking. Or he could just play silly buggers and give us like 50,000 siege messages. You can see, look up here. We're just getting constant. All of these are just the enemy is besieging us for the same siege because he can't make up his mind as to whether he's going to sit there or not. My God. That's going to drive me mad. We're going to have to just remove him from that place because that's fucking annoying. This one has managed to escape from my dungeon, so we lose 10 prestige for that. Not concerned. Oh my God! Look at all of this bullshit. There we go. Stop it. Oh, is he actually stopping it? Yes, he's moving to Lombardy from the look of it. That's fine. I don't want to attack him in Grissons because mountains. Same thing with Lombardy, to be honest. If we could move around here, that would be nice. It can't be his only army. I mean, it is at under half strength, but it can't be his only army. If it is, I'll be pretty happy, but, you know. So we're not going to be able to get a ticking war score out of this because we're not actually planning on going down to Jerusalem and occupying it. We're getting it as kind of an afterthought. We have successfully completed our first siege and captured this fellow, who is a pretty good marshal, dude. Heir to the Duchy of Slavonia, but he's worth 46 gold, so that's fine. We don't need the gold, but on the other side of the issue, we want the gold. So unless they're actually contributing to the war score, which that guy was not, I'll just, you know, sell them back. This army got into a little fight down there for some reason, probably with a... Yeah, it was with one of my vassals' armies. Things. Our truce with the King of France is ending. Okay, so these guys are definitely reinforcing. Headed to Aquileia. It's the only place I can really move to. I have my eyes set on a title, but my spymaster Baldwin Littlefinger has advised me to forget about the title, saying I would invoke too much wrath if I try to claim it. My wife Marthe, however, is doing everything but telling me outright that I should pursue the title. My wife Marthe is right. I should pursue the title, which is we get intrigue advice for 5 years, which gives us +2 intrigue. We have a 20% chance of getting +1 intrigue, or an 80% chance of getting ambitious, which is phenomenal. Or I would invoke people's wrath if I followed my wife's advice. Gain 10 prestige, lose 15 opinion with my wife. Which we could afford to use, but ambitious is great. We didn't get ambitious, but we got the +1 intrigue as well as the intrigue advice, so that's pretty cool. And we improved the Pope's opinion of us slightly. Not that that matters, because the Pope is a massive hater at this point. Yeah, you know what, we're going to pull our Chancellor out of, bolstering up the Pope's opinion of us, because the odds of that actually changing are very, very low. And we'll send him over to this guy, who is currently being tutored, so that's not actually a good choice. Just because I'm not quite sure where he is. So, this guy, he's reigning in Vastmanland up here. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to head to Khan 10, which is this one here. Oh, that might work out, because we'll get this siege in 24 days, which should be just in time. I believe that we would... Okay, we'd take a river crossing penalty from this place, but not from this place. We'll see how it goes on the 10th, like how our progression looks. Because I do want to destroy this army. Excuse me. We captured this lady. She's not ransomable. That's fine. Where's the other army? Coming down. Good. We have a lot of warnings or alerts up the top, and most of them are kind of useless to us. But we just keep them up there to remind us of things. Okay, so he's going to sit there. Really? He's just going to sit there. Well, do I have a plan for him? If he's just going to sit there. My wife, Kaiserin Marth, has asked me to get rid of one of my courtiers, whom she finds mighty annoying. On one hand, Marth might not be happy if I refuse her request, which is -10 opinion with her. But if I fire the annoying man, maybe people will feel my wife has too much influence over my actions. Which is, this guy would no longer be Marshal. He's a good Marshal, so she should stay out of it. So was there a crossing penalty from Varazdin? Yep. So there's a crossing penalty from Steiermark, Aquileia, Varazdin, and Kirikan. Nothing from Crane or Zagreb. So what I'm planning on doing is, as soon as this siege finishes, we'll move this army over there. It might take them too long to get there, and these guys might flee. And that's part of why I'm bringing this army down here. And let me see, we're going to build something somewhere. Whoops. Hitting random buttons on the keyboard never works. Jousting lists in this Nojmo. This siege here is going nicely. Okay, yeah, I'll be merciful. Good. You had any children yet? No? Jeez, I tell you what. My son is banging you, I'm banging you. Have some damn children. Or, well, we're just going to have to get you assassinated. Alright, this siege was done, so let's go. And do that thing that we said we were going to do. I think he's going to have enough time to move out. New Pope! Excellent. And opinion penalties? Gone. Pope's still a Littlefinger. Yeah, it's fine. I do like having a new pope. Particularly a German pope. Good work, Pope. We only have one guy in the college. Not that it matters. A lot of Byzantine guys. Look at that. 5 Byzantine fellows. Maybe Byzantium is trying to do something there. Not that they can. I mean, the papacy is completely beholden to us. And we've caught this army. Just in time, actually. Wow. You know what? As soon as this siege ends, I'm going to have to move guys around. Because this army is too big for just one of my guys to take down reliably. And it's huge. We have 2 cardinals now. Cardinal Otto and Cardinal Gottfried. Okay, so there's our fight. These guys are going to try and move up there to reinforce. If they join, we will lose that battle. So we abandon that siege. 16th, 21st. Excellent. I want them to join in now because my guys will get there. And these guys can join in as well. Pretty sure we've got the supply limit. We don't, but we can take the monetary hit from going over the supply limit. If we have to. So everybody except this guy is outclassed, but we're still winning. Well, the middle column, the center, is uneven. It's a stalemate, but we're winning on the other flanks at this moment. And now that our second force has joined in, we significantly outclass everybody except this guy again. And we should be able to push hard. And we'll see when these guys join in. There we go. Now we're having a bit of an issue, to be honest, because of these narrow flank issues. Ooh. On pest. Why would you want to claim on pest? Stop that. So we are going to let these guys reinforce. Oh my god. Wow, that's terrible. Shift tactics. Okay, good. We collapsed one of their flanks. We collapsed the center. Oh, that was rough. We lost a lot of men. But more importantly, we owned them. We captured this guy. He's not that good at what he does. He's not able to be ransomed because the captain of the Varangian Guard, well, can't afford it. Okay, so now we just get our guys out of that province as soon as possible. We are chasing down the remnants, but there's only about 3,000, 4,000 of them, so any army can take care of them. And there's no additional reinforcements in the way. Oh, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be quite honest. This independence faction's getting strong, but not strong enough to actually be a concern. Okay, there we go. Yep, we've won that fight. So now that I know that they can raise up that many dudes if they really want to, probably not anymore, but we're going to keep our armies around the place. And yeah, that's costing us a lot of money to reinforce, but hey, we've got the cash. Kind of want to wipe them out. That's a Holy Sepulchre thing. Huh. Alright. Let's deal with these guys. Wipe them off the face of the earth so we don't have to worry about any retinues that are there. Because you can see there are retinues there because they're reinforcing. while either retinues or the Varangian Guard, who are, basically a free mercenary slash holy order for the Byzantines. Good fight. They're headed to Zaklumnia. So we'll chase them back down and wipe them out. That's what we're doing. This could also have an issue in forcing the Byzantines to have a bunch of factional bullshit. I'd prefer not to do that, but I kind of have to, be nasty and wipe out their armies. Because otherwise I won't win. Okay, we'll send these guys back up here. Just to, complete some of those easier sieges. And to slowly reinforce. This is now our leading army here because they've got the most dudes. This should also significantly increase our retinue size. Like the cap, by taking all of this. We're basically taking the entire kingdom of Croatia. And, the bit of Jerusalem. Stop that. Have a bit of a drink there. Our marshal has increased the reinforcement of our levies. We have some little armies moving around, but I'm not terribly concerned. I'd rather progress the sieges than do anything else there. We're definitely not making attacks. Like, we're not making assaults on the citadels or anything like that, because we want to, progress. I also forgot that the Byzantines had this little area down here, so seeing these 1,500 guys pop up was a bit of a surprise just now, but it's not terribly concerning. Oh, barracks were built in Wittelsbach. We still haven't finished reinforcing our retinues just yet, so we're going to hold off on building anything. There's a siege complete. We dragged out Eudoxia Macedon. 14 gold, sure. Why not? And yeah, these are pretty well defended places, I gotta be honest. But we'll just take all of those and then start, if we haven't won by then, we'll just start sieging everything else that we can find. After we do this, we're also going to be able to go to war with the Brotherhood of the Holy Sepulchre for, the bits that they're holding in these places, the baronies. If we really want to. Were they Orthodox? Yeah, they were Orthodox, so we do want to do that. We don't want, a non-Catholic sort of holy order hanging around. And we probably don't have any holy orders at the moment because we don't have any crusades. So hopefully this fixes that, because holy orders are wonderful, particularly when you have as much piety as we get. Truce expiring with the High Chief of Yaroslavl. Yep, looks like the Italian ended a couple of his wars. He's got, I think, this one. And this one here in Ancona. Which we do kind of have claims on, but, what would the point be? Okay, the Venetians are rebuilding their trade posts. I wish the Pisans would get on that and, do what they have to do. Another thing we may do is, well, we're going to have to deal with Genoa and Amalfi as well as Venice. We only want one republic. If we take one of the republics, we'll have to work out a way to get rid of it, like dissolve it. I'm pretty sure what we do there is we get a castle, so we get a feudal lord, and then we give him the city, and that swaps the primary holding around. Just go over that for a moment. So if we were to take Venice, it has one barony holding, so the barony of Palestrina, so this guy here, Damio. Because if we were to take Venice, we would get Venezia itself. So we'd give Venezia as a city to this fellow. And what that should do, if my reading of the forums is correct, is make the barony the primary holding. So it becomes a county. And he'll give this town away to whoever, but the important thing is that the primary holding will be a barony. We'll probably try that out with Amalfi down here, or at least with Gaeta, because Amalfi holds two provinces, Amalfi itself and Gaeta, and if we take that, we can experiment with it. You know, like the Americans experimented with Japan at the end of the Second World War. Reinforcements are coming along nicely, so I'm going to make a purchase up here, somewhere. Jousting lists in Whittlesbark. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is coming along quite well now. I mean, he probably won't surrender until 100% because we're taking a sizable chunk of his lands from him. The Byzantine, that is. Okay, this is something I didn't particularly want to happen. The Duke of Kavea, or Kievia, has declared war on Plock, to take Plock. So that's the danger here. It's not so much of a danger because now we have 27 years before Poland integrates, but if he captures it, Poland will start integrating again. So to prevent that, we would just give another part of Poland away to somebody, you know, to somebody else. Which will be annoying, but if it's something that has to be done, it is something that has to be done. The siege is almost complete. Come on. There we go. And we captured Hypatia of Vitrovica. And he's ransomable for 26 gold. Excellent. And even though we have one of the really good, you know, chances for an assault here, we're not going to do it because we're trying to save on men. As I woke up this morning, my hands and feet were bleeding, and there is a sharp pain in my side. What is happening to me? It is the stigmata. I am blessed by God. Plus 10 piety and the zealous trait, which is pretty good. Or this is disturbing. I'd better go see a healer. 50% chance of cynical? Not great. Or 20% chance of stressed. And actually, I think those two are not mutually exclusive, so you can get one and the other. Stigmata it is. That's almost let us fulfill our martial ability ambition. So if we could just get one of those events firing, and not this one, even though I will take this one, I would very much like economy. It went to culture, of course. Of course it went to culture. Oh well. I think we'll actually improve noble customs this time. Just because it would be an extra 2 points of opinion with everybody, and it'd be kind of nice. Okay, that was this one down here. So this army no longer has anything to do there. They will wait for this guy to move into Khan 10, and then attack. He'll try and move out, and fail. Perfect. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that Plock is going to lose that little fight. I wish I could intercede and tell them to stop it, but I can't. I don't have the appropriate crown authority. That being said, the appropriate crown authority would have been that they could never have started that war in the first place. Are these guys Catholic? No, they're Orthodox. Stop it. Well, the Italian has almost completely finished his little rebellion wars here. He seems to have gotten an army from somewhere, so maybe he'll actually win. We'll see. Good, good. And yeah, our armies are almost fully reinforced now, so that's great. We can start spending money on more other things. Okay, barracks in Vienne. Done. I love the situation that we're in, monetarily speaking. Okay, that's good. Will you accept it now? No, he knows he's losing, but he won't give up. Nah, it's just the merchant ships. Yeah, you might know you're losing, but you should probably give up. Oh, here's a little army approaching. They don't threaten us in any way. Which is good. I'm not in the mood to be threatened by Byzantines today. Come on. Do your thing. Oh, people are dying all over the place. Whoa, yeah, really dying all over the place. Not to worry. Okay, so they're going up to Usora. I don't know why, but I'll wait until they get there before I'll start my move. Okay, we captured this fellow. Both of these are ransomable. Sure. I'll ransom them both. Yeah, so the 2nd of April we want to start these guys moving into Usora. Because while I'm not concerned about this army, it's war score. There we go, and just get that 2nd ransom off. Thank you. 10th of April. Oh, that's a nice quick move. Definitely not slow enough. It's fast enough to catch that army. Yeah, I must have destroyed their army, like their main army, in that massive battle that we had up in Kantan. Because I really haven't seen much of them apart from, these guys. We captured this fellow, ransom him, and we're going to chase that army down. Now there's an army. Good thing we took care of these 6,000 guys, because if they'd joined up we would have had to have another big battle. Okay, we captured this fellow. He's ransomable. And these ones as well. What? Oh no, that's something else entirely. Some dude died in the battle, that's fine. Now I'm interested to see which way these guys will move after they get into Zachlumia. This guy is just getting better and better opinions of me, it's wonderful. Still technically losing Sweden. You know, 97%. Ah, good. He accepts that he has lost the war. So before this army will even come into play, we'll get everything that we wanted. There we go. Yeah, we got to get a bunch of stuff here, bunch of stuff. Let's just get rid of it all. Okay, so we didn't get the entire place for reasons best left unknown, I suppose. But we did get a lot of stuff. So we got that place, that place, that place, down here, and over here. Okay, well, first things first, our son requires some land. And it's going to be a duchy because we don't want to be holding these damn duchies. So I'm going to give him the Duchy of Croatia. Done. You're a duke. I will also give him the Duchy of Slovenia. Slavonia? Oh. No, Bosnia. Bosnia, that was it. That was right? I didn't misclick something. No, he's good. Bosnia and Croatia. Good on you. Now, what else do I have? The two that I need to give out. Apart from Jerusalem, because that's a special case. Duchy of Slavonia. Okay, so de jure it holds those lands. Varazdin, Zagreb. Varazdin. Congratulations, milady. That's yours. Now you'll want the county of Zagreb off me. Yep. I will give you that county. Zagreb. Apparently there's a barony that I've gotten. Yes, that's part of it, so she's going to need that as well. But we're not going to give her that. We're going to make a dude and then give her the vassalage of that dude. Unless he's already somehow become her vassal? Yes, he has. Wonderful. Good work, Baron Amadeus. Now, we still require getting rid of Usora and Hebron. Well, Usora shouldn't be part of my stuff. It should be part of Prince Wilhelm's stuff. Yes, it is. So we give him that. Usora. Done. Now, Countess Elisabetta of Jerusalem. I can grant you your independence, if I so wished. Do I so wish? I'm not sure. Let's have a look through my court, just in case we've managed to pick up any individuals of other religions who are not in the prison. Yeah, it really doesn't look like it. That's a shame. So, to the character finder. We want to search, first of all, my court for not my religion group. Probably men, not in prison, don't care about being married or not a ruler, yes to adult, don't care about great house, don't care about culture. Okay, so none in the court. We've got some vassals that have this sort of thing. What about realm? Realm and vassals will probably give us the same. None of these fellows will probably move to our place, though. Well, let's try it out. Whichever one has the highest opinion of me. Ragvald here. You won't move, will you? Nope, false religion modifier, just won't do it. But it appears that I can still give him land. Ah, well, isn't that interesting? Duchy of Jerusalem. independent. Okay, so now what will hopefully happen? If it was the county, then hopefully he'll revoke it from this woman or something, because he should really hate her and she should really hate him. Yes. So now we just need to sort of maybe wait a little bit while sending our armies back to where they came from. So one up there, this one up to Russ, and this one probably over here-ish. Yeah. Although, we may no longer have a truce with this guy. We will no longer have a truce in a year, so this guy, instead of going to Russ, will come up to Pereshin. Alright, so, that was good. Good war. Good fight. End your plot. Yeah, so... we are still somehow the heir to his stuff. Probably because he has no children and actually has no real chance of getting children. So if it comes down to it, we can just knock him off to get the stuff back and give it out to people again. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And actually, these guys, I wanted to experiment on something with Amalfi, so we'll send them down that way. I don't believe we have a truce. We do not. But we also can't really gain a Casus Belli on them, can we? No. All we'd be doing would be destroying the Amalfi trade provinces here. Venice has really kicked up, hasn't it? We might actually need to do something about Venice, but before that, fabricate claims on Gaeta. And hopefully that works out for us. Got about another 10 minutes for this episode, so that war was just the right length. Did you have another rebellion? Yeah, he totally did. This guy here. Bunch of places that I don't care about. Nothing I care about there or can actually deal with. We could claim the Duchy of Spoleto for ourselves. We could also do an embargo because he's back in control of Genoa, which would just get rid of the one in Corsica. Yeah, it could be worth it, but I'm really disappointed with the Pisans' antics in up there with Venice. They've done nothing. So, it's really not that good for us. So bugger it. Our truce with the French king should be over. So we could do a bunch of little claims around here. Like Vexin, Normandy. We can also just flat out, as soon as he's not at war, usurp his title. So, you know, maybe that's an option. And when we do that, we can get Patau in and all that sort of stuff. Though we may want to leave Patau by itself. That war up there with Plock is annoying to me because we're going to have to fiddle with stuff to fix it up after our vassals conveniently bugger it up for us. Come on, dude. Kick this one out. That's all you have to do. I guess I could make a claim on the County of Jerusalem, give it to another guy, and off we go. Because we certainly don't have the ability to, go for the big crusade just yet. So yes, it must be the county being held personally by a non-Christian, not just, the king. Oh well, if he dies prematurely, or whenever he dies, we'll get his stuff. Or something weird could happen. Really? Really, guys? Where this guy could decide that, it's his stuff. Fortunately, we have a claim on Jerusalem for the Norsemen. Also, fortunately, is we're just going to put a claim on the county of goddamn Jerusalem and get this shit sorted. This army right here. Stay in Treviso. 7 ships from Verona. We need, what is it, 120 ships, I want to say? Doubt we're going to get 120 out of these dudes. We might. Oh, the Pope has a lot of ships. That's my military tab. Okay, that's 110 raised so far. Oh, come on. We are just shy. Seriously, just shy. If you hold down Alt when you're selecting navies, like when you're selecting armies, so if you normally just don't hold down anything, it selects armies by default, no navies. You hold down Alt, you get navies. Important little anti-frustration piece there. This is so irritating. That's what she said. Okay, so. Yeah, that's not going to be enough boats. Good on you, Pope. Well, you know what we might do? When it comes to it, we're going to conscript merchant ships, because that gives us 20 merchant ships, which would be enough. We need to declare war for that to happen, though. And we are going to do that before the end of the episode, because this should honestly be a very quick fight. We're just going to be all, yes, I want to claim Jerusalem for myself. We'll also put a claim in on the duchy. Just to make sure that it's ours. And there's going to be no weird fighting and all that sort of rubbish. Ugh. Yes, thank you. I know that you would grant my claim. That's wonderful. Okay, so is Hebron actually the county capital of Jerusalem? It can't be. So we'll put a claim in on Hebron as well, just to be sure. Stop it. Come on, gather up. This child needs an education. I think military's the way to go. Alright, I know we're right at the end of the episode, but we are going to end it on in time, but we're going to get this war going. All claims. Yes, all claims. And we recruit the merchant ships. Excellent. I don't know how often we can do that, but it seems like something that we shouldn't be able to do very often. We embark the army and off we go on a merry trip down to the Holy Land. That will take them forever. I mean, not super long, but not, you know, a short time. And we do want this fight to go pretty quickly because, well, the boats count as vassal levies, don't they? We do have a lot of money. Jousting lists in Andex. I think we've almost fully upgraded Andex. And we're definitely not going to start any of the other wars that we were considering before the end of this episode. Purely because we've only got a few minutes left. This loot thing, I believe, is part of the Viking raid mechanism, so it's kind of useless to us. But basically, when Vikings loot things, they put the gold on the ship. You take the ship back to a friendly port, you get the gold. Nice and easy, really. Okay, land the troops. So we select the troops and tell them to land, and off they go. Now we do need to assign a military commander to that side of things. The truce expiring with the King of Smaland. Okay, and he'll pop up now. Come on. Come on. There we go. And we'll just send him straight up to Jerusalem to beat the shit out of this army. They won't get there in time. But that's alright. And they've managed to resupply. Good. '24th, 22nd. Okay, we'll catch this army, defeat it, and then we're going to head down to Hebron to take it because that's where he raised the army from. Try not to murder people just randomly. Yes, I know. Okay, there we go. Nice easy win. 68% war score from that. Yeah, okay, so we've definitely won this as soon as we finish up that particular thing. Vassal levies are really popping up fast. But that's the end of the episode for now. So, if you've got any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked this video, well, go ahead and give it a like. And if you would enjoy seeing more of me beating people around and commentating, as it were, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.